Yes! Alright, what's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here on a Sunday afternoon, June the 25th, 2023. Back at you again with another video right here on the former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the Shadow's Lair. Very evil, very dark and scary. This is episode number 66. There was another 6 of me. 666, didn't move the beast. But it's episode 66 of the Shadow's Lair series. Thank you all for watching. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph, your gracious host, the tribal god. And you will acknowledge me. And if you don't, you will anyway. But I digress. So anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other 4 main channels, which are down there in the description box below. And as always, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. You know what to do with it. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, then you're like the Mets. You're SOL. And you know what that means. Ha ha ha. And that's pretty much it. And this is your first time watching. Welcome to the party, pal. I hope you enjoyed the ride. If not, you know where to go. Hop off. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is Forbidden Door. We are just an hour and a half away from 0 Hour, the pre-show. And then Forbidden Door 2, coming your way at 8 p.m. from Toronto, Canada. Should be an epic show tonight. Lots of things going on. We got really altogether 13 matches. Then again, I mean, there was 14, but one got canceled, and I'll get to that in a second. But they might add one, I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. But big show, probably going to last at a long time. It's going to be like 4.5, 5 hours, knowing Tony Khan. So it's going to be a long night. I hope you got, you know, what you got. Or if you're with, you know, we got a bar, I hope you drink up. But it's going to be a long night. Big night of action. Probably going to be the pay-per-view of the year. In my eyes, I think it will be, but then again, we got the G1 coming up. Then we got All In at the end of August. Then we got SummerSlam as well. But I don't think SummerSlam or even Money in the Bank is going to top this pay-per-view tonight. But then again, who knows? And that's pretty much it for that. So, hope everybody's having a great day. The first official weekend of summer. Hot as balls today. You know, it was supposed to rain, you know, here in the Northeast, but it's hot and humid and bleh. And wanted to do some chores today, but I did some indoors, but outdoors, just too hot right now. I didn't want to, you know, I just didn't want to do it. So I'm going to be doing it when it's a little bit less humid and less hot. So I'll probably be later this week because I got a busy week of work coming up. So that I finished. Last night was you know, fun with a couple of my friends jamming, you know, in New York City, and I made some good money. So that's all I gotta say about that. So begin another work week, and we'll be ending the month of June, and then this Saturday we begin the great month of July, and July 4th weekend is this coming weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So most of you will have a 4-day, well, we still probably have a 3-day weekend, but for me, 5 days off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And I get paid for it. Ha! So, eat that. So, and yeah, I'm bragging. I don't give a shit. But it is what it is, because some of you don't have jobs. And if it is, you don't do it very well, like I do. But I digress. Anyway, so we move on. So, hope you enjoyed the weekend and hope you have a great week. And let's move on with that. Alright, so on episode 66 of the Shadows Lair series, it is time for your Forbidden Door 2 predictions. Now, like I said, Forbidden Door 2 comes your way in an hour and a half with the pre-show 0 hour live on. Well, I think the 0 hour will be on YouTube, and the main show will be on your local pay-per-view provider. Or if you're like me, you get it for free on various streaming sites that are for free. But I digress. So like I said, we have a big, huge card. And let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start off with 0 hour, the pre-show. And I'm just taking this, as always, from the Wikipedia page. And I'm going to start with the women. So we got a quarterfinal match in the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament, where we had Sky Blue on Wednesday. She advanced, and she would take on Britt Baker Bebe or Ruby Soho, but it looks like it's going to be Ruby Soho. Well, we'll see. Britt Baker is the returning winner, so we'll see what happens with that. And also on Collision, we had Willow Nightingale defeat Nyla Rose to advance, and she would take on the winner of this match, Athena, the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. She takes on GCW's own Billy Starks. Should be a decent match, but the way that Athena is going right now, she is on a humongous Jade Cargill-like win streak right now. Not really facing a lot of great talent. I mean, besides Kiera Hogan and Trish Adora and people like that, but still, I feel her reign as Ring of Honor Women's Champion is kind of getting to a Jade Cargill level where she's just basically beating, lesser talent. And I don't know who's going to beat Athena at this point for the Ring of Honor title. I'm hoping it's Mercedes Martinez, but because she's owed a rematch. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But in this case, I'm going to go with Athena. As much as I love Billy Starks and GCW and all that good shit. Brett Lauderdale, you owe me a job, by the way. Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to go with Athena to move on. And in the semifinals, we're going to get Athena versus Willow Nightingale, who we've seen that match in Ring of Honor and on AEW television. So that should be a good match in the semifinals. And we will move on with that. So Athena will get the victory. Alright, then we go to a 6-man tag team match. We got United Empire of Jeff Cobb, Matanza Cueto, Kyle Fletcher, the man who's banging Sky Blue, you lucky son of a bitch, and TJ Perkins. I didn't know he was in the group, but okay. They take on Los Ingobernables de Japón of Shingo Takagi, Bushi, and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Hiromu Takahashi, my good friend. And no, he will not come out with Daryl. Daryl has passed, sadly. But you never know, he might be resurrected with the Dragon Balls, but we'll see. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go, as I'm a big Los Ingobernables de Japón mark, but so I'm going to go with them to win. I don't think they will win, but I'm going to go with them anyway. So I'm going to go with Shingo, Bushi, and Hiromu Takahashi to pick up the victory. Simple as that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to Stu Grayson, who is now part of The Righteous with Vincent and Dutch. He takes on El Phantasmo. Should be a decent match. I'm going to go with Stu Grayson to pick up the victory. Him getting with The Righteous, turning on the Dark Order, Evil Uno and the Beaver Boys, Johnny Hungy and Alex Reynolds. Basically, the Dark Order are basically done. It's only a matter of time before they just split up. It's just a nostalgia act now, and really, sorry to say, Evil Uno, you better just stick to Twitch. I'm sorry, dude. But the former Super Smash Brothers are gone. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. They used to be the Super Smash Brothers. They are now gone. And basically, like I said, the Dark Order is nothing right now. Everybody is gone. Except for the Beaver Boys and Evil Uno. It's just a nostalgia act that we see once in a blue moon on BTE. And sometimes on Ring of Honor TV, and that's it. But so I'm going to go with Stu Grayson to pick up the victory. Alright. Then finally on the pre-show, we got an 8-man tag team war. We got the Mogul Embassy, led by my good friend, Prince Nana, the real Prince of the Prophecy, not that other schmuck. So we got Swerve Strickland, whose house? Swerve's house. The Gates of Agony, Toa Leona and Bishop Khan. I know not Quan. And The Machine, Brian Cage, the 6-man tag team champions of Ring of Honor. They take on Chaos, who we saw remnants of them on Rampage on Friday night. We had Rocky Romero, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, and I forgot that Japanese guy that was on with them on Friday. But anyway, they team up this time with El Desperado. Who wasn't he in Bullet Club? Or was it El Fantasma? One of them was in Bullet Club. I forget which one, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with Mike. I can't go against my good friend Prince Nana, so I'm gonna go with the Mogul Embassy to pick up the victory over Chaos. And that's it for the pre-show. And we move on with that. Excuse me. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the main show, and we were supposed to have a match with Adam Cole, baby, against Filthy Tom Lawler, but that match got axed because Adam Cole, baby, is sick. So he has an illness, so they had to pull the match. Maybe it'll be on Dynamite this week. I don't know. This was what happened on Rampage. Not Rampage, Collision, with Adam Cole coming out and MJF's like, hey, I got you a match at Forbidden Door against Filthy Tom Lawler. Then he comes out, I think with somebody else, and beat the crap out of Adam Cole. So we got that, and well, we were supposed to have that, so maybe we'll get it this week on Dynamite, or maybe on Rampage, or maybe this coming week on Collision, but we'll see. So since that match is scrapped, I'm going to still go from bottom to top, and I'm going to start with the AEW Women's World Championship. We got Toni Storm, part of the Outcast, with Saraya Knight, who came back last night, with Ruby Soho. She takes on the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's World Champion, and that is the fun girl herself, Willow Nightingale. Should be a pretty decent match, but I don't think Willow's going to become a double champion. So I'm going to go with the obvious, and as always, logic wins most of the time. I'm going to go with the logical prediction. Toni Storm will get the win thanks to Saraya and Ruby. Sky Blue might get involved because Sky Blue came out after the Outcast beat the crap out of Willow Nightingale last night on Collision after she beat Nyla Rose. So, Sky Blue botched getting in the ring. Comes out with a chair and botched. Couldn't even get in the fucking ring. Come on. Shinsuke was like, come on! But I digress. So, I'm going to go with Toni Storm to retain. Should be a meh match. Probably be somewhere around the middle of the card or near the end for like the cooldown match. But we'll move on with that. Alright, then we're going to start probably getting into some bangers. And first one out of the gate is a fatal four-way match for the AEW International title, or as I call it, the Intercontinental title. We got the champ, my good friend, and yours, freshly squeezed orange juice, Orange Cassidy, He defends the belt against New Japan Pro Wrestling's Zack Sabre Jr., the TV champion, the Ring of Honor Pure champion, Katsuyori Shibata, and the man who dances like an asshole, Daniel Garcia. Now, as we saw on, I think it was Rampage the other night, Shibata and Orange Cassidy teamed up against Zack Sabre Jr. and Daniel Garcia. Zack Sabre Jr. and Garcia got the win, and then all three grabbed the All-International title, and then OC tries to grab it, and they're like, I'm not letting it go. And then eventually, Garcia and Zack Sabre Jr. let go. They went to the back, and Shibata kept hold of the title, and he's not letting go of it. And Orange Cassidy's like, you bitch, give me the belt! So he was pissed. So this is going to be a pretty personal match, especially for Cassidy and Shibata, who Shibata trained Orange Cassidy. So it's going to be a very personal match. Going to be a humongous banger of a match. This is hard to pick. Zack Sabre Jr. is not going to win. I'll tell you that right now. Shibata's not going to win because I think him and Garcia are going to continue their feud through most of July, going into Death Before Dishonor in July. So Shibata's most likely not going to win. So I'm going to go with Daniel Garcia. Well, I'm going to go with Cassidy, most likely to retain. I want Garcia to win, but I'm thinking Orange Cassidy is going to defy the odds once again, and by the skin of his teeth, he's going to retain the All-International title. So Orange Cassidy will get the win there. And we move on with that. Alright, I'm going to keep some of the big matches for last, because I want to get to that easy. Alright, then we got a 10-man tag team war. We got the Blackpool Cuck Club of Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, the man who, Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy to get into a 10-man war and not have any friends behind him. But anyway, he teams up with Moxley and the Ring of Honor champion Claudio Castagnoli, and they take on the sexy man from Japan. That's Moxley talking. Kensuke Takeshita, or Takeshita, whatever you want. I don't know if Don Callis is going to be at ringside, but they team up with Shota Umino, one of Jon Moxley's good friends, and they take on the elite of the Hangman, Adam Page, the cowboy, about to do some cowboy shit. He teams up with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. They team up with the crazy bastard from the Bronx, New York, and that's Eddie Kingston. And as we saw on Dynamite near the end of the show, when Eddie and Moxley had that little personal stare down, he announced that the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii, even though it's Ishii, but it's Ishii, he's the fifth guy. So this is going to be a slobber knocker of a match, but I'm going to go with the Elite and Eddie Kingston and Ishii to pick up the victory, and we'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to go with the Elite to pick up the victory. I'm going to go with the Elite to pick up the victory, and that's it. And we move on. Alright, then we go to another 6-man tag team match. Not a lot of singles matches on this show. So we go to a 6-man tag team match. We have the Suzuki Gods, Chris Jericho, the Wizard, the Ocho, Le Champion. He teams up with the King of New Japan, Minoru Suzuki, Kazadidale, and the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, as they take on the man called Sting. It's Stink! As he teams up with Darby Allin. How you guys doing? Seattle. So Sting and Darby Allin, they team up with the man that got announced last night on Collision. That is the man who kicked Chris Jericho's ass at the Tokyo Dome and took the Intercontinental title before it got destroyed, because there's no Intercontinental title anymore in New Japan. And that is the man who leads Los Ingobernables de Japón, the man himself, Naito! Tetsuya Naito! Who came out and had a big standout with Jericho. So he is the third guy on that team. So, this should be a pretty good match. Really, the story of the match is going to be Sammy Guevara. Does he stay with Jericho? Does he actually help Jericho and Suzuki out? So, I think he's going to play a pivotal part in the ending of the match. I think he's going to turn on Jericho, turn on Suzuki, because I think he's better. He's really a better heel to me, but really, I think he's starting to turn face, but I really hope he doesn't stay with Jericho and Suzuki and turns heel again, but, I mean, we have to see what happens with that, because he's about to have, Ty Mello is about 3-4 months pregnant, so, lucky bastard. So, it's all on Sammy, so I'm going to go with Sting, Darby Allin, and Naito to get the victory over the Suzuki Gods, and we'll see what happens with that. So there you go. All right. Then we're gonna go to some of the let's see where we're gonna go here. All right. Let's go to the man himself, CM Punk, as he is back on Forbidden Door, and he's in the men's side of the Owen Hart tournament. As in his first round match, a quarterfinal match with Satoshi Kojima. Should be a decent match. Kojima, a legend in Japan. I mean, what can you say about him? I got nothing really bad to say about him, but Punk in his first Owen Hart Cup tournament, and the winner of this gets either Samoa Joe or Roddy, which begins on, I believe, next week on Collision. So I think we're going to see CM Punk, Samoa Joe 4. And that's going to be in the semifinals, not next week, probably the week after, probably the July 4th weekend. Well, not July 4th weekend. Probably the July 5th Dynamite, or they might save it for July 8th Collision. I think that should be the main event for Collision if it happens. But I'm going to go with CM Punk to beat Kojima. I think Joe is going to beat Roddy, and that's going to be a great Ring of Honor style epic match in itself. So I think we're going to see Joe Punk 4, not next week, not this coming weekend, next weekend on Collision in the main event. Really, they should have saved this for the finals, not the semis. I don't know who made the brackets, Tony Khan, but still, it's going to be a banger. I think CM Punk is winning the tournament. I don't know. I mean, I can't see CM Punk not winning this tournament. I mean, because he hasn't beat Joe at all. Those 3 matches he had way back in Ring of Honor, he cannot beat Joe at all. He did not win one single one of them. So this is going to be the 4th meeting between them, not counting the tag matches that we've seen, the first Collision, which was epic. That whole time they were in the ring was fucking epic. But one-on-one, we're finally going to see it in a couple weeks, and that better get a humongous rating. And really, Collision is basically better than Dynamite. I hate to say that. Better produced. Way better than Rampage. We all know that. But Collision's starting to become the A show right now. And Dynamite barely getting over 800,000 views now. Just sad. Very sad. But we move on with that. So, I'm going to go with Punk to beat Kojima and move on to the semifinals, of the Owen Hart tournament. And we will probably face Samoa Joe. And we move on with that. Okay. Then we go to the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, which could start the show, as MJF said, on Wednesday. And then on Friday, it's like, I'm not going to face Tanahashi unless I start match number 1. So anyway, we got Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker taking on the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Should be a pretty good match. I mean, we saw Tanahashi last night on Collision against Swerve. It's really slow. You know, Tanahashi's all fucked up. His body is shutting down. He doesn't have it like he had it like 5, 8, 10 years ago when he was like a god in Japan fighting Okada and all the great matches he had back then. But he's like getting near 50 right now, so, you know, kind of past his prime. But still, he's always the ace, you know. Still hits that high fly through! And all that good stuff. But, you know, as much as I love for Tanahashi to finally beat MJF, MJF's going to get the win, and he's going to retain, and then he's going to after the whole Lethal Lottery thing, which he's teamed up with Adam Cole, baby, I hope they don't win the tournament and then win the tag team belts, because that'll be really weird. Then I'm like, great, now we have to wait till All In. Well, I don't think it's going to be at All In, but we'll see. Well, it could be at All Out and wherever there's going to be All Out. It's going to be maybe Chicago, but we'll see MJF defend against Adam Cole, baby, in the rematch. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. So, I'm going to go with MJF to retain the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And that's pretty much it. It's not going to be a great match, but what are you going to do? Alright, then we go to the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. As we got Sanada defending the belt against, his not really handpicked opponent. He had an open challenge. And then, of all people, Jungle Man Jack Perry answers the call, and Hook will be at ringside as well. And as we saw on Collision last night, Jungle Boy got the win. I forgot against who, and he used Sanada's Bone Crusher finisher. And the fans were booing, so Jungle Boy is eventually turning heel. So I could see Jungle Boy turning tonight on Hook, and then Jungle Boy and Hook go at it for the FTW title, and then Jungle Boy wins that garbage belt. Not that he needs that, but, you know, I think it'll give Sanada a good match. I think it might be a banger, but we'll see. But I'm going to go with Sanada to retain the IWGP World Heavyweight title. I think he won't lose that belt, so, well, he's not going to lose into the G1. Maybe as we move on to Power Struggle and Dominion already happened, you know, as we go on through this year, he might hold it all the way till Wrestle Kingdom 18, but, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. But I'm going to go with Sanada to pick up the victory, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we're going to go to the co-main event. It's going to be epic for the IWGP United States title in a rematch from the Tokyo Dome in Wrestle Kingdom 17. We have Will Ospreay taking on the legend himself, Kenny by God Omega. Bang! And that's all I got to say about that. Their match at Wrestle Kingdom 17 was epic. Kenny won the belt from Ospreay, and then Ospreay eventually got hurt earlier this year, but he's back. Now he wants his rematch. He wants to fuck Kenny up. This is going to be a banger, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't go against Kenny, so because I'm a Kenny mark here. So I'm going to go with Kenny by God Omega to pick up the victory, but don't be surprised if Don Callis gets involved in this match and costs Kenny the belt, giving it back to Will Ospreay for the second time. So, wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to go with Kenny to retain, and we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Then we get to the big one, the main event of Forbidden Door, a dream match. We got Bryan Danielson. Yes! As he takes on the legend himself, multiple-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Oh, Kata! Oh, this is going to be a 10-star match, 1 million star match. This is going to be fucking epic. I don't know what the time limit is. I don't think it's going to... If it's a 60-minute time limit, I would be surprised if it doesn't go all 60 minutes. But it's going to be a banger. Danielson calling out Okada back at Dominion. And then as we saw on Dynamite, Danielson called out Okada, calling him, if you don't come out, you're a coward, you're an amateur. Then after he's about to beat up Ishii, Okada came out, big stare down with Danielson. And then Wheeler Yuta, being trying to be a hero, got his ass knocked out with the Rainmaker. And then we had another epic stare down. So it's going to come to a head tonight. I can't wait for it. It's going to be fucking epic. Oh, man. I don't know what to choose. It's so hard to choose some of these matches because Kenny and Ospreay is going to be a banger. And this match is going to be freaking 5 out of 5 stars, 6 out of 6 stars. Meltzer's gonna have, come all over his pants and face because he's a fucking mark. When everybody's gonna be fucking coming in their pants and their panties. But my prediction, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta go with Okada. So I'm gonna go with Okada to pick up the victory and beat Danielson. But Danielson's not in the G1, which sucks. But in any event, I'm going to go with Okada to pick up the victory. And probably going to be match of the year. And then we'll see what happens with that as the sun comes down off my gorgeous face. Because it's getting close to 6 o'clock here in the Northeast, so that's it. Alright, so that is my predictions for Forbidden Door 2. Leave me your predictions down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channels, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to hit the bell. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I will be live tweeting tonight for Forbidden Door. And then all that other good shit. And we move on with that. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will be doing another video before 0 hour, do my Collision review, and then we'll get ready for the pay-per-view. And then maybe later tonight, I'll do a review of Forbidden Door. I don't think... maybe tonight, later tonight or tomorrow. But we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace. And the sun's in my eye. Damn it. Bye.